if it just comes down to it, well, I love Discord for sure. MJ said Jay's meeting with the media right now. I'll send you the link on Discord. Oh yes. Let's watch it. I'll put that on right now. For sure. Let's get through this the last game of the season for the Mets earlier for sure.
This way. In order to play again
I'll be right back,
2025, the Mets need to win.
MJ, send that.
To beat the Reds this afternoon. And the Mets put themselves in this predicament, but at least they come into the final day with some hope. Well, Edward Cabrera goes for Miami. Cabrera faced the Mets in New York in August, and the Mets hit him pretty hard.
Yeah, he got knocked around. In fact, he ended up on the injured list after that. He's only pitched 4 innings in the last month.
And Lindor goes down swinging on the curveball from Cabrera for the first out.
He's got a great fastball. Who doesn't in today's game? But a good breaking ball. He gets that over. He can throw a gem.
This one Soto. Line one out to left, right there waiting for it is Sonoa for the second out. Pete, with this appearance, becomes the first Met ever to play all 162 in back-to-back years. Today is his 416th consecutive game, a franchise record. And of course, there's always the possibility it could be his last game. And the curveball got him looking. Side retired. Edward Cabrera with a 1-2-3 first with a couple of strikeouts. Let's get anybody else on base other than Vientos or Alvarez. They will be looking to steal. Cabrera, like Sandy Alcantara, has a very hard time holding runners close.
Oh my goodness.
Vientos taking off early, and he steals it standing up.
Did he go to his windup?
I think that McNeil was called out on strikes. I think he was so shocked by Vientos.
He won his windup.
He did. So 2 out the runner in scoring position.
Bringing a ground ball to short.
Oh, it's like I didn't see what happened.
Back years. Today is his 416th consecutive game, a franchise record. And of course, there's always the possibility it could be his last game. And the curveball got him looking. Side retired. Edward Cabrera with a 1-2-3.
Yes, the Bronx remind you of home. Same harvest. And then it's just louder.
First with a couple of strikeouts. Let's get anybody else on base other than Vientos or Alvarez. They will be looking to steal. Cabrera, like Sandy Alcantara, has a very hard time holding runners close.
Oh my goodness.
Vientos taking off early, and he steals it standing up.
Did he go to his windup?
I think that McNeil was called out on strikes. I think he was so shocked by Vientos.
He won his windup.
He did. So 2 out the runner and score.
What his windup?
I think that
Oh yeah, he was shocked. That's crazy.
McNeil was called out on strikes. I think he was so shocked by Vientos.
He won his windup.
He did. So 2 out the runner in scoring position.
Bringing a ground ball to short. Waiting on it. Lopez, he's got it. Throws to first in time. Side retired. No runs, no hits. A walk, 1 left. Middle of the second. Mets nothing, Marlins nothing on Odyssey Mets Radio.
Mets did not have a lot of great choices as to whom to start today. They decided to go with Sean Manaea, who last year was their ace down the stretch.
Well, I think the decision that they made to pitch Manaea today is a couple of reasons for that. One, the Marlins haven't seen a lot because they've got a lot of young players. Have not seen Sean Manaea. That delivery should pose some problems. Tight zone so far for home plate umpire David Rackley.
Looks like Sean's taking a lot off of that breaking ball, Ron, getting more break. No score, 2 out against Razabon. Getting ready in the bullpen now. Manaea trying to get him back into the dugout, all even.
Third straight full count for Manaea, and he walks Hernandez. Now there are 2 men on. All boy coming out. Wow, is he ready to make the move already? He has Razabon ready in the bullpen. And he makes the sign.
Boy.
So Manaea's coming out after an inning and 2/3 after issuing a couple of walks. Razabon will be next. And he hits one on the ground right to Lindor. So Razabon comes in, gets 1 big out, and keeps it scoreless as we go to the 3rd. The second walk issued by Cabrera puts 2 men on for Soto.
Here's a chance for Juan Soto to do some damage.
Ground ball right to shortstop. Lopez with a step and throw for the 6-6-3 double play that gets Cabrera through the inning.
Still no score, Mets and Marlins.
Stanek will be the 4th Met pitcher of the day.
There's a lineup cards. They're going to have a lot of highlighter on that scorecard at the end of the day.
Eric Wagaman will stay in to face the right-hander. Norby at first has already stolen a base today. He's got a very short lead. McGill.
I love Stanek. I hope we, you know what I mean, keep him on the team for, you know what I mean, the futures.
Pitch the 1-2-3 top of the fourth. Still Reds 2, Brewers 1 as they go to the bottom of the fourth at Milwaukee.
And he drives one toward the gap in left center field. That's going to split him and go to the wall. Norby on his way to third. He's being waved around all the way. Lindor makes the relay throw to the plate. Not in time, and the Marlins have the lead. Eric Wagaman, who was in the game because of his prowess against lefties, left in to face the right-hander, and he comes through with an RBI double to plate the first run of the game.
And this is the last batter that Stanek has to face before the Mets can go to the bullpen. And as Howie said, Tyler Rogers is warming up.
This one's hit deep to center field by Navarreto. Back goes Taylor near the wall, and it's off the fence, bouncing away from him. Wagaman scores. Navarreto stops at second with an RBI double. Ryan Navarreto starting just his 5th Major League game. It's a long double to drive in a run, and it's 2-0 Miami.
Well, that's 2 bad sliders now by Stanek in this inning. And it doesn't matter what your plans are for your pitchers if you can't get out of this inning.
So the Mets get a little help elsewhere, but right now we're down 2-0. The Mets need to get out of this inning. Rogers inherits a runner at second and 2 outs.
And Sanoja pulls one over the bag and down the line, and that'll bring in another run. Navarreto scores. Sanoja around second. He's on his way to third. He's got himself an RBI triple, and it's 3-0 Miami.
The 8 and 9 men
Nah, he thought he was cool with that slide.
have got RBI double, RBI, and have got
RBI triple. And it's 3-0 Miami.
the 8 and 9 men have got RBI double, RBI triple.
This is just a nightmare matchup for Tyler Rogers against a pesky offense who puts the ball in play.
It's looped into center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Sanoja's in with the 4th run of the inning.
They are a team that just puts the ball in play.
In this entire series, they've only scored in 2 innings, but they've scored 10 runs.
4-pitch free pass. 3rd walk of the inning from Cabrera.
I'm shocked that Clayton McCullough's still in the dugout. Shocked. I mean, Pete has struck out and grounded out, but the way Cabrera has looked, with his hands on his hips, he keeps grabbing for the rosin bag because his hands are too sweaty, but they're going to stick with him.
Wow. Well, here is the engraved invitation. Pete Alonso at the plate. Tying man. Bases loaded, 2 out of the 5th.
And Alonso lines one to left field. Over comes Sanoja.
That ball almost sailed over Sanoja's. Glove. Sanoja with a little stutter step after making the catch frustrates Alonso and the Mets, who leave the bases loaded. No runs, no hits, 3 walks, 3 left.
How many games in his life do you think that Edwin Diaz has been the pitcher on his team to get the most outs?
Yeah, so I went over to Edwin after the game yesterday and I said, hey, does this outing today take you out of 6 outs for tomorrow? And he smiled and looked at me kind of like are you kidding me? Are you crazy?
Diaz goes 6 up and 6 down in the 5th and 6th innings. Still 4-0. Never got 2 men on.
This is how you come back in games like this. Pitcher doesn't challenge anyone.
It's 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position today. Huge issue for them first half of the year. Now in the biggest game of the year, hoping for some big late hits. And he went around on the half swing, strike 3.
And you wonder about Alvarez's mindset on close pitches here. He's been caught looking his last 2 times up on pitches he thought were out of the strike zone.
Struck him out, got him with a cutter. Side retired. Alvarez breaks his bat in frustration. Frustration overload for the Mets. They've been blank for 8 innings.
Well, we go to the top of the 9th inning. The Mets know that the Cincinnati Reds have lost. The invitation was engraved earlier. The Mets have not had an answer. Better late than never.
Okay, top of the order. One on, and now Lindor, who's been on base 3 times today, a double and 2 walks. And he pulls one on the ground, a chance for two. To second one, back to first. And the Mets' agonizing 3.5-month slow motion collapse is complete. It is unfathomable that this collection of talent winds up outside of an expanded playoff system after having the best record in baseball for the first 2.5 months of the season. Everything goes wrong over the last 3.5 months, and the Mets find themselves on the outside looking in.
I think a lot of the players felt as though this day would never come, that they'd be able to turn it on at some point and not have to endure this, but they weren't able to do that.
Well, you got a Marlins team 2007, 2008. We don't have to remind Met fans that have done this. They took 2 out of 3 here. The Mets took the series. They're in. They didn't do it.
Yeah, that's devastating, Chad. Hold on a second, Chad. Look at that form. Alright, chat. Alright, better. So yeah, shout out so devastating Mets loss what a way to, you know what I mean, end the season. Looking forward to next year. Definitely for sure. I'm looking forward to having Kyle Tucker as a New York Met. And I'll be satisfied off the Pete Alonso decision making on whether or not if he's gonna be a Met or not. And yeah, just focus on next year, man. Definitely for sure. But we have to get better and better, and we have to start winning our games that matters at the end of the day. So stuff like that, man, it's just important, man. It's important to the team, it's important to the culture. Gotta win the games, man. Especially against the teams, man. Like every time when I hear stuff like Mets losing to the Nationals, I'm like, Nationals? Come on. We're supposed to be winning those games easy, man. Easy. I mean, not to say like we supposed to win each game, but come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta get those wins, man. It will shape the team better, you know what I mean? In a better position. At the end of the day, too, so. But yeah, chat, we're gonna check out this super duper shout out to MJ PK23 moderator. We're gonna watch these the Blue Jays media day, media ahead of the ALCS live. So they just interviewed the manager, John Schneider. More interviews coming up. We already here, chat. All right, bet. It's live, right? I'm about to test the full screen.